Oh my God.
Don't make Garrick excited.
Well, I would be the asshole if I kept playing instead of reading the Reddits, right?
Yeah. By the way, I'm Marie.
And I'm Jay, and you're watching
Lunch break.
And today we are reading from the subreddit, Am I the Asshole?
Sometimes.
You know, I'm not asking you.
Oh, you need to clarify that.
Anyway, let's get into the stories. Am I the asshole for saying good after my son's girlfriend broke up with... You're the asshole. Am I the asshole for saying good after my son's girlfriend broke up with him? Ooh.
Spicy.
Spicy meatball. All right, let's read the story. My 45-year-old female son, 15-year-old male, had been dating this one girl from his school for about 1.5 months.
Wow, long-term relationships.
In that 1.5 month period, they probably saw each other outside of school like 7 times. They would always plan stuff, but maybe the day, sometimes the hour before he'd say he couldn't come because he had no ride, even though it was mostly because he wanted to do something else with his friends or stay home. And his girlfriend had enough of it and broke up with him a few days back. When he told me, I said good because he canceled at that girl so many times and didn't seem to want to date her anyways, and the girl was so nice too. My husband thought I was being insensitive, so I posted this here. Am I the asshole?
Nah, not really.
I think you were just being real with your son. You saw that he was canceling dates with this girl that he supposedly liked to hang out with his friends, but then, you know, it makes sense that he lost that relationship. You know, he might have been really sad about it. Maybe that's why the dad was like, oh, you're so insensitive. Like, yeah, you should be there and support your son. It seems like he wasn't prioritizing that relationship.
And probably not even needed.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 15. This could be a real lesson for him. Yep. Like, if he has a girlfriend in the future, you know, make sure you spend time with that girlfriend. You know, it's more than just a title, more than somebody you just see sometimes. It's a relationship's a real thing. I think it's good that he's going through this kind of like hard lesson early. You don't want to be an adult treating your partner that way?
Yeah, definitely. I think that slap in the face kind of wake him up. He'll understand that girlfriend is actually a best friend. This must be a best friend. You spend time with this person, share the sensitive parts of yourself, and sometimes you can't do this with your boyfriends. So,
but to answer the question, like, you as the mother, no, we don't think you're the asshole.
No, you're not an asshole. You could be a little bit more sensitive about this topic, but nah, it's not necessary. But you could.
We love a girl's girl. So many so-called boys' moms let their sons get away with murder, sometimes even literally. Yeah. So as a mother of girls, I can appreciate letting him know that's not how you treat someone.
100%. Yeah. As the girls need to learn how to treat boys, boys need to learn how to treat girls, and you as a parent, the best example.
And you as a mother.
And you as a mother.
Best teacher of the situation.
True.
Am I the asshole for being upset that my friend essentially called my mom a bad person for looking older than her age? Are you the asshole for being mad at your supposed friend for probably being an asshole? Let's find out. My friend, 18-year-old female, came to my house for a spa day. As my mom was bringing us popcorn and face masks, my friend started talking about how she believes people's insides begin to match their outsides in middle and old age. She said wrinkles are the result of frowning and holding your face in negative expressions. So if you look older than your age, it's typically due to living a life of negativity and hate. Right as my mom walked away, she asked me, "How old is your mom?" I answered and she says, "She looks much older. Her globular lines and age spots seem more like those of a woman in her 60s. I said, "Are you calling my mom a bitch because she has wrinkles?" She said, "No, that's just an observation." I said my mom has survived several life-threatening illnesses in the past 10 years, which tends to affect the appearance, and that I find her comments disgusting. She said I need to calm down because it's not that deep, and it's hard being friends with me because I'm so reactive. Am I the asshole for thinking she's calling my mom a bad person? Listen, she's an 18-year-old girl. She obviously knows what life's about.
Definitely, 100%.
Listen, you're well within your right to defend your mom. Your mom dealt with some really serious illnesses. Thankfully, hopefully she's doing well still. Yeah, don't listen to the opinion of an 18-year-old person. Like, especially ones that act like they know life. Oh, your mom's face looks like that because she's a negative person. No, people's faces look different for different reasons. And someone that's 18 and enjoying their youth, like sometimes they feel like emboldened to criticize other people that don't look as youthful as their 18-year-old self.
We'll see how she's gonna look when she's gonna be 50s.
Don't let her get to you. If she's going to have anything negative to say about your mom in general, you don't need to keep hanging with her. I think she probably just learned some words recently, learned some stuff about skincare, and feels like she's an expert in these things. Give her some time. She'll either apologize or she'll fall off to the wayside. And no, you're not the asshole for defending your mom.
There is a joke, the common joke in Ukraine. Most of women have wrinkles right here in between our eyebrows. And most of men have wrinkles on the forehead. And the main reason why is because women ask, "Where is money?" And men say, "What money?" So
fair enough.
If you a long time in some face expression, the wrinkles comes there. Especially if you longer time and stop doing it, relax your face. She's being so maximalistic about that, or this, or my way, or highway. Your mom age how your mom age. Do you need to listen to her?
Hell nah.
You can, but I like the idea to say, hey, just be sensitive towards this because you're gonna be on the same place. That's what you can say to your friend. If you don't like this friend action, don't make this person a long-term friend. And I don't like the comment of the friend that it's hard to be your friend or hard to be with you just because you're reactive. Maybe I reactive because you being an asshole. OP not the asshole. Your friend is Sammy asshole.
Am I the asshole for telling my mom she owes me $20,000 and that I don't owe her money for school? Well, I guess we gotta read more to find out. I, 20-year-old female, and my mother, 56-year-old female, have always had a pretty bipolar relationship. I grew up in a very loving household that's different from what most people may consider to be standard. My dad, male 66, is a paraplegic and was a stay-at-home dad growing up, making my mom the main source of income. His paralysis also meant that it took a lot of effort for my mom to have my twin sister and I. Since I can remember, all the paychecks I have made went to help her pay for expenses. Birthday money, graduation gifts, and work paychecks have all went directly to her. She claims it's to pay off the expenses that I caused her, like food, housing, gas money, elaborate vacations, clothes, and so on. Recently, I have been in college at a private university that cost quite a bit of money. My grandfather, my mom's dad, was a very wealthy person, and when he died, he left my mom a very large sum of money in order to cover our college expenses, which is stated in his will. Since being in school, I have also worked 2 part-time jobs in order to pay for my own food and gas and other things. Recently, though, my mom has been demanding I pay for my college as well, about $20,000 a semester, because she didn't know that having kids meant spending this much money. I totaled up how much I've given her, and just on my paychecks over the past 3 years alone, the total comes to $30,000. I've subtracted about $10,000 because I know some of it I have spent on myself. My mother responded to me pointing this out by saying that I still should take on my own responsibilities and that she wouldn't be paying me back. I'm applying to graduate school this year and planning on moving away, so I was hoping to have enough money saved up to support myself, but without her paying me back, I won't be able to. She said if she pays me back, then that's the end of our relationship. She'll hand me a check, then cut contact completely. I told her I don't owe her money for school because my grandfather left more than enough to cover it, and she refuses to use it. She said I'm abusing her and should respect her more for choosing to support me for this long. So I guess she's not using the will money for school like she was supposed to. Listen, this sounds like a really rocky relationship, and I'm sorry that you have to deal with that considering how you grew up and what you went through. It seems like you don't want to break things off with your mom, but you also want her to respect you and do the things that she's supposed to. If it's in his will, see if there's any legal recourse for it. She should be spending that will money on your education like stated. And there's only really like 1 or 2 reasons why she isn't. She wants to keep the money for herself, or she already spent the money. And she's also saying like, okay, I could pay you and then we're done. We have no relationship. Maybe figure out if getting that money is worth not having a relationship with your mom. But for her to hold out on you on something that's entitled to you, that's rightfully yours, that's pretty concerning.
I think mother just became, because she's a main source of income, lose the sensitivity and understanding that it's her decision to have kids. And if your father left your kids money for education, it's meant to be that way. If you wish your kids the best, you probably wish them the higher education, bring them more success in life, more money to live. What to do in this situation? First, I don't understand why mother being so harsh. It's like, or I give you money and we never talk again. It's like, it's kind of like, it's unnecessary. And I like that you give the idea. I've not thought about that. What if she's already spent those money?
Yeah, talk to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Talk to the lawyer who was responsible for your grandfather's will. You know, it might not fix the immediate issue of money, but it's good to know like where you stand on your relationship with your mom. And just like you mentioned earlier, like she made you responsible for like your own bills as soon as you were able to start working as a teenager. It seems like just because they're family doesn't mean that you have to maintain that relationship.
True.
Honestly, the other side of it is if like you're not willing to pursue that money, you might just have to like let it go and move on. It doesn't seem like it's healthy being tied to her in any way. Only you know the scope of your relationship with your mom. Maybe you go to therapy, maybe the both of you go to therapy together separately, try to figure that out. But I think that once you get to the point of like itemizing things in your relationship with someone, you know that that relationship is in trouble and you got to do something to either save it or move on. Yeah, you're definitely not the asshole for being mad. No, like to answer your question, like no.
No, not the asshole.
Those are some pretty good stories.
It feels like we don't have assholes today.
And that's always a good day.
It's a good day when you don't have assholes in your day.
And well, if you want to figure out whether or not you're an asshole in a situation you're dealing with, hit us up on our subreddit, r/lunchbreak_GSP. And what else can they do, Marie?
If you want to continue being with us, press like button, comment, and subscribe on our channel. We really appreciate every subscriber and every comment, and of course every like from you. And see you in the next episode of Lunch Break. Bye!
Bye.